And good evening. Welcome to Blood in the Water, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle that is in its final season. We are on episode 4 tonight, and shit's getting real. Going to go ahead and introduce my players, let them tell you who they're playing. If this is your first time with us, thank you. Glad you found us. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue to entertain you with our odd, bizarre games. Let me go ahead and introduce Whispers first.
You really just didn't want the backlash to be saying those could be last. Hi, I'm Whispers, like Dr. Shirley You Care. Your crazy psychologist that just well, she has a kid now. She's a mom. She's trying to do mom things. Like murder and committing tax fraud and multiple felonies. Like a normal mom.
Exactly. All right. Let's introduce Jen.
Hi, I'm playing Layla, who is getting into trouble, basically. She's got a pack now, and she's got some ideas of what she wants to do next. So we'll just see.
She's becoming a bad person, and we like it. Last but not least, Aloysius.
Hello, I'm Aloysius. I'm playing Silas Lambert, who last we saw he was peeling out of a parking structure with the Baron of South Tampa. So we'll see how that ends up.
Yeah, we're gonna find out tonight, kind of what's gonna happen. We're gonna pick up tonight immediately after the events of episode 3, and we're in the parking garage of the Wells Fargo building in South Tampa, and the Sabbat have just attacked the building. They have attacked the security guards attempting to use the elevator to gain access to the Consolidex offices, and were unsuccessful because darn it, that code had been changed. Layla and her pack charged in through the front door of the building, got up inside, and found out that the Baron, Cassandra Underwood, had just escaped with Silas Lambert. They decided they were going to bring the only witness, a young girl named Lissy, aka Energy Drink Girl. They're going to bring her along as a prize almost for Deshawn. Seeing that the Baron has escaped, Deshawn has called for actually a not quite a retreat. If anything, they kind of didn't get what they wanted, but they're preparing to leave because in time some idiot will call the police, and the place probably will be swarming with cops. So the pack, everyone begins to disperse, and that's where we come to Layla. She's probably, and Deshawn's kind of walked away from her as the various packs are getting ready to jump in their vehicles and get the proverbial fuck out of Dodge.
Okay, so I know Silas's car is here
Mm-hmm.
because I saw it. So what I'm going to do is walk up to the car. I'm going to bring my pack with me just to have backup, and pull the knife out of my backpack, slit my arm, use the blood to write liar on the mirror next to the driver's side, and leave it there.
Wow.
Now we can go.
Okay. But you're not slashing his tires or anything like that?
Nah.
Okay.
This is more subtle.
Okay.
When you slash the tires, only slash 3 of them so they can't claim their car insurance.
Valuable tips in vandalism, kids.
Carolyn from Rare Gaming, we do not approve of vandalizing your ex's car.
Martina's like, whose car is this again?
This is Silas's car.
Oh. She kind of rakes her fingers along the driver's side door, just like scratch, like a big long scratch.
All right. It sends a message.
And she's like, you used to have to use knives for that. So
Yeah,
okay.
I guess so. All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
nothing
they're
like
going-
vandalizing your friend's vehicle.
You could have got me killed. Wrong road. So.
They pull out of the parking garage just as police cars are coming up the street to the building.
Oh.
So they manage to make a right turn.
Mm.
And just as they're coming. So now they're driving back to the store, the abandoned big box store,
Right.
where they have kind of had their temporary base.
Mhm.
Any words to the team, Layla, or she quiet? What's on her mind?
She's probably fuming by not have given the right code. It's like I can't trust him anymore. Yeah, so I guess she's gonna like round up her pack and be like, all right, so this went well, mostly. I don't know what's next for us all, but if I find out, I'll let you know. I guess you can chill for a bit.
Okay. And we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go to Silas. Cassandra's driver takes them way out of the city. They actually head northwest into Pasco County, which is kind of a suburb area of Tampa. And they just seem to be driving forever. I mean, Silas has good sense of where he is, and so he knows roughly where he is. He may not know, that street is this or whatever, but he has a general direction of where he's going, and this is really going out into the fucking boonies.
Okay. At some point while we were sort of like making our escape, I would message my sister and tell her, take Dad and the kids and leave town for a while.
You get back. What do you mean? What's going on?
Just do it. Explain later.
And you get a couple minutes. You're like, oh, Christ. Okay, you better have a good explanation.
I will have an explanation.
Oh God. All right. When you look up, you're now turning off onto a remote road that leads. This looks like you're heading towards a farm of sorts. It's a clear night, so as you're pulling along the road, you see there's a pond on the side. It does not have a spaceship in it though, but there is a large pond. And you pull up to a barn with the house next door to it. As you're pulling up, and the car lights shine, there is a pickup truck sitting in front of the garage, and there's a figure standing there that you recognize but haven't seen quite a while. He has kind of long brown hair. It's kind of greasy. Has a baseball cap on of some sort. Has a jacket on that you recognize as from a motorcycle gang, like a leather vest almost.
Okay.
As you pull up, you recognize this person. I think you might even know who it is already.
Is it Magnus?
It is not.
Oh, thank God.
No. It is Miles Dixon.
Oh.
We have not
wow,
seen
this piece of shit? Okay.
So we have not seen him since season 1.
No, it's been a minute.
He's leaning against the car, and he sees you guys come up, just flicks a cigarette butt, and just kind of turns to stand and waits for you guys to step out. And driver gets out first. He's kind of looking around a little bit, and then opens up the door for Cassandra. And opens it up for you as well.
Yeah, I'll look to Cassandra and say, "You expecting him here? I'm assuming."
Yeah, he's one of the few left who answered my call.
Lovely.
And
Silas will get out of the vehicle.
Yep. Miles just gonna. He's like, oh, look what the cat drug in. And Cassandra's like, take it easy. He's on our side. And Miles just kind of leans back against the car, and he's like, all right, I think I can work with them if he can work with me.
We do what we need to do.
That's right. Cassandra has been looking at texts as well as you were driving, and kind of summons everyone over to the house. It is just a average house, well cared for, a ranch style house, and it's obviously been kept as as a hideout for her. So it's not a lot of furniture in it. You come into the kitchen, no food, but there's a big refrigerator there, which you can probably guess what it's stocked with. And there is a human there who looks like he's some kind of caretaker, probably a ghoul of the Baron. And when you get in and the doors are shut, she gives a sigh, and she's like, well, I've been advised by Pentex Corporate that I'm supposed to close the office for a little while, which I don't have a problem doing, but I've kind of lost I'm afraid I'm losing my connection to any kind of resources I might have through them.
That would be most likely.
She says, well, now, Director Zettler personally advised that the security team would be coming to secure the office. But he's been known to drag his feet sometimes for some of the less profitable branches of the company. So I can't put all my hopes in his security team getting here right away.
Understandable.
And Miles says, what's this security team? What just some corporate thugs or something? And she's like, no, nothing like you've ever seen. She says, I'm not high up on the corporate hierarchy, but I can tell you that if they send a team, they know things are bad. But that leaves me with very few options. She's like, and she said, I genuinely thank you for coming with me tonight. Everyone else has seemed to have walked away. Or possibly jumped ship. I don't know. Can I trust you, Silas?
I'm here. Honestly, that will have to be good enough.
She's like, that's about all I've got. She says, dispatch.
The rest is for you to decide.
She's like, dispatch can't be trusted. That's when Silas does get a text come in.
Okay.
And he looks down, and it's from Amelie. Am I pronouncing it right?
Amelie, yes.
Amelie. And it just says, I am nearby. Let me know where I should meet you.
Okay. And I will just I'll do like the share location feature or whatever, and just like send that to her.
You sure you want to tell her where Baron Underwood's hideout is? I mean, you certainly can. I'm just asking
I
the
know.
player.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
And send it off, and just like look up at Cassandra and Miles, and just say, "We'll be having a visitor.
And
Don't worry, she knows how to put up a fight."
Do I know this visitor?
Unlikely.
She's a little taken aback. She's like, I guess I just have to trust you, don't I?
That's your choice, but she's coming one way or the other.
All right. I want to switch over to Dr. Shirley. And Garrett, her new child, is starting to calm down just slightly. I think you got him something to eat. He's starting to calm down a little bit, but now he's getting talkative, and he's like, "So, you said I'm a vampire, right?" Can't hear you.
Bah, hi. I mean, yeah, you are.
So where do we come from? I mean, I saw that vampire interview thing or whatever, but are we from France?
Technically, we're from all over and have almost existed kind of longer than like humans. And we had kind of had a feud with werewolves for a while. Then there was a whole apocalypse. Then we like kind of like agreed with each other. A long, complicated history, not enough to do with one night. But now, and yes.
Wait, there's werewolves?
Okay, you're a vampire, and the idea that werewolves exist.
I guess.
There's also ghouls and ghosts, and I think one time they met a fae, or just like a really drunk human.
And he kind of settles down, and he's like, "All right, what do you need me to do?"
Can you shoot?
Yeah, no, I can handle a gun.
Cool. So you're gonna be in charge of defending this place.
Okay.
Okay. Have you tried out any vampire things? A lot of us have abilities.
Well, it's been like an hour and a half, I think. What do you mean? Like, and he goes like, he opens up his mouth. And he's like, "Do I have fangs?"
Yes, you have fangs.
Okay. He's like, "Can I like turn into like a bat and fly?"
Some do, but not my type of vampire.
And he jumps up and he's like, "No." He's like, "Bat." Jumps up. He's like,
Okay,
I saw it on a TV show once.
Okay, we're not like TV show vampires. We're like Price of Right vampires.
Oh. And that's when your. Oh, I'm sorry. That's when your phone, your desk phone rings in the other room.
Garrett, give me just a moment. I'll walk outside, literally pick up my wolf, set it in here, and be like, see if you can talk to this. And then just walk out to pick up the phone.
And he kind of just sits down, kind of kneels, and he's like, should I like be like commanding it or something, or?
No, just ask how its afternoon was. I gotta get a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pick up the phone.
Okay. It's a computerized sounding voice. It says, "This is the dispatch calling. As you're curious, we're informing you of a pending delivery. If you need assistance, please press 1. To be removed from our directory, please press 2. To speak to a representative, please press 9.
Oh, Shirley presses 9. She has nothing better to do.
And it rings a couple times, and then like the sound of like a phone being picked up, and it kind of like drops, and you hear this.
Hi, my name is Shirley Care. I was wondering why I was getting this phone call. I wasn't expecting a package.
The visitors from the Ivory Tower should have arrived at your doorstep by now. Just a word of advice. They can be pretty persuasive.
I'm a psychologist.
This is our last piece of business here in the Sunshine State. But you've been a valued customer to the dispatch, so we wanted to offer our fondest wishes and good luck to you, Dr. Shirley.
Sounds good. Have a wonderful trip.
Click.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Garrett, be like, hey, can you talk to a wolf? Can you talk to animals like I can?
He's like, no, I'm not even sure if he's listening to me. He's like, and he goes up and tries to do like the Spock mind meld thing, like puts his hand on the wolf's head, and the wolf just goes like shakes his like, don't touch me.
I'm gonna look at the wolf being like, are you ignoring him, or can you just not speak to him?
He's like, I'm ignoring him.
So can you speak to him?
I could bark at him or growl at him. I don't think he's gonna understand what the hell I'm saying.
Well, that is not a traditional Malkavian thing, but he might not be a Malkavian.
And the wolf goes, didn't you sire him?
True. But you never know. This is weird. And, Malkavians were very unpredictable, so who knows? I might have made a Venturi. No, well, hold on. If I did that, Silas would be very mad at me, because now I'm ruining Venturi. Anyways, go. If you're just going to go downstairs, third closet, I have a whole box of chew toys for you. Pick one for your service tonight.
And gives a wolf equivalent of a shrug, and wanders out.
I'm gonna look at Garrett and be like, okay, I want you to stare at me and try to force your will upon me.
He's like, okay, I can try that.
You see if you dominate.
He's like, oh, okay. So like let's have him roll some dice here.
I'm going down the Malkavian abilities at this point.
Let's see. All right, let's see what he's gonna do. He's probably more of a cloud memory kind. Although he'd probably only cloud his own memory. Yeah, he kind of looks at you. We're not gonna bother rolling because he can't do it yet. He's just like, he's just like staring, like he's like the equivalent of a staring contest. And he's like, "Are you in my power?"
Okay, you're set. How mentally stable do you feel?
Well, I feel a little better than I did earlier. I mean, I don't know. I guess I feel okay.
Okay, hold on. Dr. Shirley's gonna do the one test to see if this is a Malkavian. She's gonna go to the closet and pull out a give us shoots and ladders to see his reaction.
And he's like, I thought I was supposed to work guns or something like that. I'm a little confused.
Yes, but how do you feel about shoots and ladders?
It's all right. He goes, I was always more of a hi-ho Cheerio man myself.
How do you feel about Family Feud?
I don't know. I mean, my mom used to watch the old one with Richard Dawson.
Felonies? Yay or nay?
Do I have any?
No, not yet.
No. Misdemeanors. Spent about 5 days in the county, but nothing major.
You don't feel very crazy and mentally unstable.
Am I supposed to? Is that a everything vampires like crazy or something?
Oh no, just my specific vampire. I'm a Malkavian. That means we're batshit wild and have no mental sanity. And then we have you heard me say Venturi. They're kind of like the smart ones that do stuff. And then we have, I don't know, the Sabbat. They're like kind of evil. They kind of like commit crime.
You just tell me which ones to shoot at, Dr. Shirley, and
Cool.
I'll shoot at them.
Wonderful. If you just go downstairs, there's a gun supply, and if you get hungry, the shack has a couple animals that you can feed on. Because remember, we feed on animals, not human. We're not monsters.
So humans are friends, not food?
Yes. Think
Okay.
just like Shark Tale.
Okay. Okay.
Not
And he-
expecting a Shark Tale reference
and
to the vampire
he's-
game.
And he walks by a mirror and goes like, ah. And he's like, I don't think I'm a very good vampire yet.
See, it took me a solid 20 years before I figured out what I could do.
Okay. All right. So he's gonna go downstairs. We're gonna switch over to Layla's. Anything you want to do though before we switch over?
Actually, Dr. Shirley is going to send Layla a text, actually.
Okay.
And it's going to be like, hey, girl. That's what the kids say these days, right? Just checking in, seeing how you're doing. Are you gaslight gatekeep girl bossing your life right now? I'm really gonna stop with trying to sound modern. It's not working. Are you doing okay? Are you evil yet? We should get a coffee.
Okay, that's a lot. I'm fine.
So is that a no on the coffee?
Maybe later?
Cool. Let me know when you're done doing your evil villain thing. I have tea.
Great. I'll text back later.
Cool. You just get a thumbs up.
Okay.
Layla looks up from her phone
Mhm.
and sees that Deshaun is kind of done with his meeting with his own pack.
Okay.
It appears to be it appears to be available. I can't think of the word I was going to try to
Okay.
use. So
Yeah, I'm gonna. I haven't seen Doyle in a while, so I'm gonna ask Deshaun if he knows where Doyle is. Just walk up and ask him that.
okay. And he's like, "Yeah, I know where he's at. You miss him?"
Okay. Yeah.
I suppose it can't hurt. And he's like, I'll send you an address. You can go see him.
Okay. That'd be great.
All right, but be back soon. We got things to do before the night's over.
I know. I just want to see him.
All right. And he on a scrap of paper, he writes down an address and hands it to you.
Okay. Where is it?
You recognize it is in West Tampa. Probably not the best neighborhood, but you have an idea how you could find it. So
Okay. Oh, all right. I don't know if I'm going to bring my pack or not. Yeah, I'm going to bring him, but maybe not bring him into the building. All right,
Okay.
so I'm going to round him up and be like, okay, I got a thing we can do. It's really personal. Come with. And
Okay.
Martina, I know you're an excellent driver, so just get us there. Here's the address.
Okay. Takes you about 25 minutes to get there. There is a heavy police presence now
Shit.
through Tampa, but you get out over to the west side. The address he gave you is for an apartment complex, and it is in a really rundown neighborhood. Apartment 603. And that means building 6, unit 3. You get
Okay.
there. There are a group of teenagers sitting on the curb, sitting on a car. You have to kind of walk past them to get to the building, but they seem smart enough to know you're not someone to be messed with. They kind of watch you come by, but they don't say anything.
Good for them.
Yep. And the apartment is kind of in like the middle of the building. So you've got, say, like Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, 4, 5. So it's kind of in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You get up to the door. It's cracked paint. It's got kind of an old, beat up doorbell, but.
Is this the doorbell to get into the building or into the...
It would be actually into the unit. Yeah.
The unit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to push the doorbell, I guess.
Yeah. And it kind of gives out this faint...
Oof.
And you hear someone shuffle up to the door. And you presume they're probably looking out at you until it opens up just a crack, and there's the chain on, and just a disheveled looking man. His hair just looks like it's like plastered to his head. It's kind of a crooked nose, like it's probably been broken several times, and he's like, "Who are you?"
Layla?
What the fuck you want, Layla?
I think I've got the wrong apartment.
He's like, whatever. Closes it.
I'm gonna push the button again.
So, and the guy looks at you, he goes, "Hi there, Layla. I thought you said you had the wrong place."
I thought maybe. I'm looking for someone named Doyle. Do you know where he's at?
And he kind of turns around and he's like, "Who sent you?"
Deshaun.
All right. And door closes, you hear the chain come off, door opens, and he is dressed in old dirty gray t-shirt, jeans.
The guy that opened the door? Is that what we're talking about?
And he's like, come on. Now, was it just you walked up? You didn't bring anybody else with you?
I have 3 of my pack in a van. We're not going to stay long.
All right.
There's 3 in there.
All right, so he just kind of waves you. The place looks like a homeless shelter, if no one cared. And at first you're like, because there's just seems like there's people everywhere in this apartment. And you're like, no, this isn't a homeless shelter. This is more like a crack house.
And
I'm
hoping to find Doyle in here.
Kind of takes you through, you're kind of stepping over mattresses.
That's fine.
And takes you to a back bedroom where there is a figure sitting in a chair, kind of looking at the wall. And you recognize Doyle from behind. You see his hair.
Yeah. All right, I'm going in. I'm turning around to the guy and be like, "Thank you." I'm gonna go up to Doyle. Doyle,
he shrugs like, "Okay."
I'm here. I don't know how you got here or what happened, but...
And he turns around and he looks at you. And he looks better. It looks like he's probably been being fed. But any kind of light that was in his eyes, any kind of spark of ingenuity or creativity that he had before, is just gone. He's like, Layla, I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
I didn't think I'd see you again, but here I am.
He's like, what are you doing? I mean, what's...
I just missed you. I haven't seen you in a while, and
He's like, well, I miss you too, but I don't think anything. I think it's just, this is the way it's gonna be. I mean,
what do you mean?
They told me I gotta stay here. They didn't say how long. I mean, he's like, the food is terrible. You can see it out in the other room, but
yeah.
He's like, but they told me I gotta stay here. That
who's they?
Well, that guy, but apparently he works for Deshaun.
Okay. So that's where it's coming from.
He's like, and all sorts of weird kindred come in here, and they're feeding on these poor people. I don't think they care if they got diseases or addictions. They come in, they feed on them, and then it's just wretched. I don't want to spend my life. I don't want to spend the rest of my nights like this.
Maybe there's something I can do to get you out, but I don't know.
He's like, I thought about just trying to jump out the window, but
That won't help.
He's like, I know they probably got more than just that guy running this place. I mean,
How did you? What happened to get you here?
well, when
I'm gonna go sit next to him or stand next to
Yeah.
him. What he's doing. Mhm.
he's like, when they came to our practice, they just swarmed us. I mean, there were so many of them, and they were just, I just couldn't keep up with them all, and they dragged me back here, and this is where I've been since. He goes, I don't even know how long it's been. Is it weeks, months? I don't know. I don't know how long I've been here.
I don't know either.
He's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a bargaining chip to hold you where you are.
I haven't been told that.
I don't know.
I don't know. This is terrible.
I don't even have the will to even try to make a run for it if I wanted to.
Don't give up yet. I'll see what I can do. But
He's
I've been
like,
told I can't stay long.
He's like, don't worry about me. Just take care of yourself.
Of course I'm going to worry about you. You're my sire, and we were lovers for a long time. Of course I worry.
He's like, I'm broken now.
Well, we can fix that, maybe.
That fiend, that Deshaun, he's evil. He's just
Oh, I know. But
he's just evil.
he says he likes me. I don't know what that means.
Well, it's probably better than being on his bad side. I've seen what happens to people who he doesn't like.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Well, I'll come back and visit when I can. Deshaun says we're doing something else tonight as well. So we raided Cassandra's office.
So they were talking.
Like a lot of us went.
All those packs.
Yeah, my pack included. So
Oh,
yeah, we didn't find her though. She was gone.
I wouldn't know where she. I think I met her once. I don't think I.
Yeah, I met her once briefly. You didn't go with because I didn't know where the hell you were. And she asked me specifically if I knew where you were, and I was like, I don't know.
You better go.
Yeah, I'm running out of time. All right, I'll come back when I can if I'm able.
Okay.
I miss you, and I'm gonna give him a big hug.
He returns your hug, gives you a kiss. He's not.
Yeah.
He's just the will has just been sucked out of him.
All right, well, don't give up on me. I'm gonna keep trying.
Okay.
Okay.
And he just kind of slumps back into his chair and.
Okay, I'll come back if I can. I gotta go now, or I'll get in trouble.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I run out of the
Okay.
building and back to the van.
Your the doorman is lighting a joint. And he's like, you know where the door is.
Yep, I might be back again, but not tonight.
Okay. All right, and she runs out.
Gets back in the van or truck. Is it a truck? I think it's a truck.
I think we'll say it's a truck now. I think it was just a regular car before, but
I don't know.
well,
Whatever it
doesn't
is,
matter.
that.
Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna switch back over to Silas, and he is probably standing by the front door so he can keep an eye out for things. As he's looking out over towards the pond, he sees things moving in the water. He recognizes alligators when he sees them. A couple just kind of drifting slowly, but they're not usually very nocturnal, but maybe these are special alligators. Who knows what the Baron has cooked up out here. That's when he does see a white Lexus pull up, and it kind of comes around the curve and pulls next to the Baron's car. And out steps a woman. She appears to be in about her mid-30s. She is wearing a black dress, and it has little, just very faint, in the dark, polka dots, like white polka dots all over it. She's wearing sunglasses, and she's very, very bright red lipstick that is such a contrast to her pale white skin. And she gets out. She just kind of looks around, glances at her watch.
Silas will go out to meet her.
Okay. And she sees him approach, and I'm not going to attempt a French accent because I will just butcher it. And she's like, my child, how are you?
So good. Been better. How about yourself?
She's like, can't complain. And she hugs him, gives him the kiss on each cheek. And she says...
He very awkwardly does it.
Yeah.
Because there's mixed feelings.
Yeah.
But...
What kind of history has there been between them?
Well, when she was alive, she was his dad's friend in France together.
Friend or friend?
No, just friend.
Okay.
Just the friend without quotation marks.
Okay.
And she ended up getting sired during the riots that went on in 68.
Okay.
And so she's kind of been a fighter her whole existence. Mm-hmm. And she sort of like one night about like 20-ish years ago, she like came over to the States and sort of like checked in on Silas's dad because his health was starting to decline at that point, and they sort of like started getting to know each other, and it wasn't necessarily the most consensual siring, shall we say. So a lot of mixed emotions going on there.
Okay. And she put him on the path he is on today, or is he kind of more of a self-made Ventru?
I'd say he's more or less self-made Ventru, because she's like an anarch through and through, very for the cause, whereas Silas is more like, I'll work for whoever's willing to help me kind of deal.
Gotcha. Okay. So she says, you wouldn't have called me out to this lovely swamp if there wasn't something big going on. And I've heard whispers of things going on through the grapevine, but who are we here to help besides you?
The Baron of South Tampa.
The Baron of South. That would be. And that's when Cassandra steps out. She says, Cassandra Underwood. And Amelie turns to smile. She's like, a pleasure to meet you. And Cassandra says, Silas, you going to introduce me to your new friend?
Baron Underwood, this is my sire, Amelie.
And Cassandra kind of goes, oh, I know you. You go by a couple different names, though. You haven't been operating in the States in quite a while, though. Thank you, Ragnarok. We're glad you came. And Amelie says, no, there's been other causes that have been a little more important to my nature, I guess. I tend to put the cause above clan, which I know it makes me very unpopular with some of my blood. So, and she looks back at Silas. So, should we continue this conversation outside, or should you take me in and let me meet the rest of your friends?
I suppose it would be best if we go in.
Okay. And Cassandra steps out of the way to let Amelie come in, and then Cassandra kind of gives you this look like, the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
And then you come into the dining room, we'll say, and have a little chat. Amelie looks at Sal, says, okay, so what are we looking for here?
Well, it looks like we don't definitively know this, but there's a good chance that one of the other barons of the city has been a covert Sabbat member this whole time. Or he could be a somewhat recent convert. It's uncertain, but Sabbat ties are extremely likely, from what I have heard.
And then she looks over at Cassandra. So what are your plans for this then? And Cassandra kind of sighs and says, well, this is it. This is the defense team. And Amelie just leans her head back and just laughs. And she says, my dear, I don't know if you could defend this house tonight, much less come up with any kind of counterattack to possibly take back your territory.
We were in talks with Baron Montenegro, but he was only willing to assist if there was definitive evidence of Sabbat activity in the city.
And Amelie says, well, from what I hear, Baron Montenegro has basically put in with the Camarilla.
Lovely.
And Cassandra rolls her eyes and is like, I knew it, the son of a bitch. He was never going to help anyway.
Well, then things are certainly looking grim.
Indeed they are, says Amelie. So are we looking at an escape plan then?
He'll sort of like look to Cassandra.
She says, says it's not in my nature to be the run away and live to fight another day type, but I don't have the numbers to go against the Sabbat, or on my other side, the Camarilla. And she slams a fist down the table and cracks it. And she's like, but God damn it, I've got to go. And she looks at Amelie and she's like, I guess I'm going to need your services as well. And Amelie just kind of puts up a hand like, well, I owe him a favor. And she looks at Silas. So him I'll help. And then we're square. Do you agree, Silas?
Fine.
She looks over at Cassandra. She's like, but I need payment up front before I get my myself or any of my associates involved in your little private war here. Cassandra's like, I got money. And Amelie's like, money's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as Cassandra offers that, Silas would just chuckle because he knows that's so not what she wants.
Yeah. This seems like a major boon to me. But perhaps we can find somewhere in the organization for you to fill in. Plenty of cities around the world that could use an experienced leader like yourself, who can come in and lend their knowledge to perhaps some younger kindred who need to learn how to keep up the good fight against the Ivory Tower. Cassandra growls, says, and kind of grips the edge of the table and starts to crack it. And she's like, you're expecting me to be a teacher or some kind of fucking mentor to a bunch of neonates? Amelie doesn't say a word. She just kind of leans back and smiles. Cassandra looks over at Silas like,
You don't have to take the offer. She's just putting it out there.
Cassandra lets out a deep breath, says, for how long? Amelie says, I don't think it'll take you long to get integrated into the city that I already have one in mind. You don't happen to speak Portuguese, do you? And she's like, where the fuck are you sending me? He's like, we'll get to that. Let's make the arrangements first to get you safely out of the area, and then we can talk about kind of what your new role will be. And Amelie kind of slides out of the chair and she's like, I'll start on the arrangements right now. And then she looks over at Silas and says, are you going with her, Silas?
With her?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So that's separate arrangements than I need to make for you.
I have a couple things to finish up here, but ideally, I will be joining Dad, Sylvia, and the others once that's done, if it all goes well. If you have recommendations. I will hear them.
I do. And I have some lovely suggestions. How is your father, by the way?
He's been better, but he's still hanging in there.
May I see him?
I told Sylvia to take him and the others out of the city, so
A wise choice.
if you hurry, then you might be able to see him. If not, you'll have to wait.
Seems like I've got all the time I need right now. So why don't we just put a pin in that, and let's make sure we get the Baron here. And she says, well, you're gonna have to stop using that term. I'm sorry, you won't be a Baron outside of Tampa. That's when Cassandra smashes her fist through the table and jumps up. It's like, I'm always a fucking Baron. Anomalies. Whatever you say, darling. Whatever you say. We're going to step away from Silas for a minute, but is there anything he wants to do before we take a step?
I don't think so. I think he's okay for the moment.
Okay. All right. Back at Dr. Shirley's. Up top, she's placed some of her staff on the roof. And Garrett has gone up there, taken one of the rifles he was given, and it's kind of just perched himself up there, and he's kind of starting to look around. While the team is working on that, what is Dr. Shirley up to?
Well, she, has her, fledglings up there to make sure everything is okay. I think... You know what? This is season 3.
It is.
And in the final season, so... I think Shirley is going to take a small little book. Book at a Silas's page. Because that's definitely how Shirley would word that. And I'm going to make you come up with this at the top of your head, Bolthra, so have fun with this. Shirley's going to call her descendants.
Her descendants?
The Care family.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's just going to dial that number and see if someone picks up. The Care household.
Rings several times. Most, a cell phone would go to, voicemail or whatever, and 5 rings. This has 20 rings. It's still going, and then you hear it. You hear the sound of a phone being picked up. It's a very thin voice. Goes, hello.
Oh, hello. This is the Care residence, right?
Yes. Who's calling? It's quite late.
Let's just... Shirley Care.
Shirley. I don't know a Shirley.
I need you to do something.
I don't know who you are, but I'll listen.
Do you guys still keep the records in the attic?
And there's kind of a pause and yeah.
Go back 100 years and look up Shirley Care.
Okay. Are you?
I have time.
Oh.
I'm assuming you're on a landline.
Yeah, and the person sounds elderly. And they're like, well, so it just looked look for that name?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make this very easy for you. She goes through her mind for a second and it's clear, and anyone in the office can fully see her psych brain working. Be like, listen, you are dreaming right now. I am Dr. Shirley Ucare, one of your ancestors, speaking to you from a dream.
Okay.
Now, there's something really bad about to happen. So, a bunch of money is going to be deposited into your account. You're going to go on vacation and take the grandkids with you.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you going to actually do it, or are you just going to be stubborn and not listen?
Yeah, I guess I'll go up there and take a look.
Wonderful. I'll also give her my date of birth.
Okay. And you hear, well, let me get a piece of paper. You hear everybody has that shit drawer by the phone, dragging out a piece of paper and a pen, and they're writing it down. Okay, so Shirley Care, and what was that date of birth?
What was her date of birth?
I don't know.
I believe it was it's 2023. It was, she was born February 14th, 1914.
Okay. All right. And you hear the phone get put down, and you see the sound of like feet shuffling away from the phone.
Yeah, Shirley's just gonna sit there until she returns. Probably it's just like, hey, I'm gonna assume they've got walkie-talkies at this point. It just goes like, hey, Garrett.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone, on a landline. Could you go to the fridge and bring me some lead popsicles? I want a snack.
He's like, aren't I supposed to be watching the backyard? Over.
Listen, there's 8 other people up there with you. You can stop for 5 minutes to bring your mother a popsicle.
Okay, over.
You don't need to say over. This isn't some spy TV show.
Okay, while she's waiting, she has a monitor at her desk that Megan had set up. That it shows the cameras that are around the house. Give me and I don't think anybody's made a roll tonight.
No.
Might have been
me being the first. Actually, I might want to join the action.
That's true. Oh, you know what? I can roll it for you.
Oh no, I'm here now. I just had a dumb moment and forgot to do a thing.
No, it's okay. Can you give me a wits and awareness roll, please?
Ooh, wits and awareness.
Yeah.
Under wits.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, awareness and wits is the order you got to pick it in.
There we go. I believe I did that right.
That looks good.
3 successes.
Okay. You saw on the monitor just a brief moment where a lot not quite I guess more like a street light that would be kind of at the edge of the property but by a fence, that a little bit of the light in front of that was coming down just was blocked for just like a quarter second.
Do people just not respect the sanctity of calling people on a landline? They could have waited for me to not only get my popsicle, but finish a phone call. This is absolutely rude, trying to attack me while on the phone.
Garrett comes in holding this tray, and it's this sloppy mess. And he's like, it didn't seem like it froze, really. I mean, I guess it's cold. I mean, you could maybe scoop it up with a spoon or something. It doesn't seem like blood wanted to freeze like that.
She's just gonna go underneath her desk, pull out a margarita glass, put like a little bit of like strawberry syrup, and then just put the slushy blood into the margarita glass, dip put a little sugar around the thing to make it fancy, just take the sip.
And he goes, "Can I go
Yeah,
back
please.
up?"
Also, there was a light that flickered. If you can just like do a quick check.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I guess I'm looking for lights. Okay. He wanders out. The phone, after 10 minutes, I finally hear somebody like picking up.
Mhm.
And they seem like they're out of breath. They're like, is this some kind of weird joke?
Nope.
Because, yeah, there's a family member by that name, but they should be long dead by now. So I don't know what kind of game you're getting at. You looking for money or something?
I literally just said this was a dream.
But why am I still talking to you? Then how am I walking up and down stairs in a dream? So, all right. So I'm in a dream.
Yeah.
But and you hear the like creaky, like they make like this, like they're sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so what's all right? So when do I get to wake up from this dream?
Well, once you promise me that you'll do what I tell you to do, because something really bad is about to happen, and well, religious experience. We're still Catholic, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, the Saint Mary sent me down here as your guardian angel to give a message for the family. So there is going to be, your bank account is going to have a bit more money, and there are current couple cruises you could go and take. You were to travel a little bit, take the grandkids, take the kids. And once you go back upstairs after this phone call, you're going to get back in bed, and then you're going to close your eyes, and then you're going to wake up.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm pretty damn tired.
Cool. And remember, this is all truthful because I am an angel and I was a psychologist.
Okay.
And remember, my brother was an absolute asshole and trust nothing that he ever told you. And then I'll hang up.
Okay.
And then I will join Garrett. Well, Garrett's taking the more up. I'll do a round around my property.
Okay. I want to have you make a, as you're on the roof now, can you make another wits and awareness roll, please?
I will say that once Dr. Shirley is up there, she's going to move her enhanced senses from her ears to her eyes.
Okay, that's fair.
Give her a little extra sight. And wits and awareness. Come on, Shirls. That's stealth and dexterity, whoever that was.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 successes.
You don't see anything. You're looking out,
Shirley's going to have her bird fly over the property.
Okay.
To see if it notices something wrong.
Okay. Let's see now. It is going to fly about, looking down, looking everywhere. Let's see now. That would be. It's got to look up how to roll something here. Sorry, I know I'm slowing things down here.
I know it's wrong.
I
slow it down by throwing a whole like fucking family at you that we've never talked about.
Let's see. Actually, I don't think this is gonna go too well. Your bird flies off, and you'd normally expect it to kind of swoop back towards you. Doesn't come back.
Do I feel my connection to my animal like cut off?
Like it's challenged.
Is someone trying to animalism my animalism? Fuck that bitch. This is my animal. I paid for him and got him completely legally, as far as the government is aware. Yeah, I am going to attempt to do something since my connection's still there. It just feels like it's being challenged, right?
Almost like a tug of war.
Wonderful. I'm going to sit in between like these guards, and I'm going to try to use animalism to move my consciousness into my pet.
Okay.
Let me share senses with it. Basically, fuck with this bitch through distance. The animalism, not the tab I wanted. Hi, people. I definitely know what I'm doing.
Let me see. What are you attempting to do here?
I believe it's part of my animalism at this level. It's not there. Let me pull it up in the book.
Here, that's suspects.
I believe there's a thing where I can do where I can share and bring.
There's feral whispers.
Beckoning to the creature to be docile. Oh nope, that's one more up. Nope, I'm not strong enough. That's subsume the spirit.
Oh,
I think I only have 3, not 4. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, it was one off. My bad.
You could use feral whispers to talk.
Oh yeah, I could just do that. I'll use feral whispers to yell out to my my bird, Mr. Joshua Tatum. Joshua Tatum. That's his name this episode.
So what you're going to do is you're going to roll either your manipulation or your charisma. I'll let you roll whatever one is better, and then you're just going to add 2 dice to that for your animalism.
Okay. So we are going to want charisma, a modifier 2.
2, yeah.
4 successes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're back in. It's like, and the bird is like, new master says, come sit with him.
Sweetie, remember, I'm the one who feeds you and make sure that you have a place to live when they were going to kill you. Come to mistress.
And it's like, okay, yes, and you feel more in control, like you're starting to win the tug of war.
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving my raven closer with my beckoning.
One of your guards behind you, off to your right, lets out a blood-curdling scream.
I'm gonna turn my head,
and he staggers back, and his neck is just gushing blood.
Listen, whoever shot them, they died like 3 weeks ago. Just fucking. I'm not that type of doctor. With my sight, I'm gonna look around to see if I spot anything.
Yeah, they are visible now. It is a figure in a dark black hood all black clothes, and this wretched face. It looks like the Green Goblin or something. This wretched face with long talons for fingers has now grabbed that same guard and thrown them off the roof.
You know, we could have at least talked first before you threw him off the roof. I know he was my least favorite child, but you know, I would at least have liked to act like I gave a shit.
The figure says, if you're amenable to talk now, we can.
Well, you didn't try to talk in the first place. What's up?
We were rudely interrupted. And he says, and he you think it's a man. You can't quite tell. The face is...
Listen, she's not going to assume the gender of some mysterious person trying to kill her. She has respect. She's not going to, you know, misgender a person about to kill her.
We respect all Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Another figure then appears next to you. All of a sudden, it's just because you were looking at this one, and then another figure appears next to you, and they have a similar look to them, but they have more refined features, especially when it comes to their face. Like they're not like dripping anything. It's more of like a very tight, firm face. And he says, "This is Dr. Shirley. My name is Marjorie.
Hi, Marjorie.
I represent a certain Justicar of the Camarilla, who would like to invite you to join us."
Wait, so you literally took one of my guards, kind of slit his throat, threw him off a building just to invite me into somewhere? This could have been an email.
She's like, we apologize about that. Jacob gets a little high-strung.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk towards her. It's like, hi, are you okay? Are you like dead again?
The rest of your team have their guns out, and they're pointing them at these figures. But
Garrett, tell your team to stop. They're just here to give me an invite to something.
And they're like,
It's fine.
Yes. Marjorie says, if you're prepared, we can leave tonight.
Can you tell me what this whole thing is that I'm supposed to know before I say yes?
Well, your city is in the middle of collapsing. Your Baron, former Baron, Underwood, has been forcibly removed from her position. The former Barony of South Tampa is no more and has come under attack by the Sabbat. I represent the Camarilla, which I'm sure I know you're familiar with, and we are your best option for survival at this point.
So is this an interest meeting, or do I have to say yes now?
I would suggest saying yes. We can discuss it at length, or you can be, I hate to say removed, but we'd really rather you be on our side. It's gonna just make things much easier. And I have to say, I really am impressed with what you've done with this place. We were contacted by an interested party who thought we should reach out to you directly, and again, we really think it would be in your best interest to join us.
Why does everybody here in Tampa just threaten people? At least in New York, they're, hi, do you want a cup of coffee? You go to the coffee place, and then they're like, well, if you don't agree to us, we're gonna kill you. At least buy me dinner first.
Well, yes, I have to admit your city has seen a bit of turmoil recently, but I think we're here to solidify things and make things a much more peaceful place to stay.
Fine, we can go to the discussions of length. Just know, I own all this property according to the government.
And I'm sure you do, and you will maintain it. There might even be an opportunity to have a leadership within your clan.
I do like sports jackets with like the weird numbers and last names on the back of them. And I could get more pets.
You could, yes, you could, I suppose. May we?
You want to enter my office?
We can, yeah. If we could speak inside. The rest of my associates will just hold off for a moment until we've arranged your transportation needs.
Cool. Garrett, sweetie, hold on. Is this just like a one night thing? Am I going to be back tomorrow? Because I do have work.
Are we stifling your business?
Yes, and it's literally my second day off, and I'm forced to do things. Like yesterday, I had to be like, "Oh yeah, don't kill people," and now today, I'm like, "Oh, now I got to make a business deal."
I think you might be away for several nights.
Okay, yeah, we can go to my office.
Okay. And she says, Jacob, stay and watch the others while I go down with Dr. Shirley.
Garrett, make sure Jacob doesn't kill someone. Well, okay, he'll be fine. We just gotta put him back in the dirt for a while. But, like, that's a lot of work to do to bury a dead body and wait for them to be resurrected.
And as you walk, Marjorie's looking around. She says, we're looking for a couple other people as well. For a Silas Lambert and a Layla, and she's Layla Jensen. That's it. There's another person. I don't know if you've seen them about.
How the fuck, anytime something happens on my goddamn day off and involves those two, give me a moment. I'm gonna fucking call Layla.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Shirley again? Okay, I answer. Hi, what's up?
Hi. How the fuck do you become fucking evil or whatever you're doing? You're still messing with my days off.
Okay, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay, so there's this person who kind of threatened me, did not buy me dinner first.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with my pack now. Can we move this?
I know this is kind of important. They might kill me if I don't do this. They're looking for you and Silas as well.
Why? Who?
That's not important. Just the
Kind of is.
Well, they kind of want to recruit us for the new Tampa, and if we say no, they will kill us.
I can't do that.
Well, can you at least come for coffee? Not the business negotiations?
I'm pretty much booked tonight. Sorry.
I'll give
not my
coffee to the
choice.
pack. Tomorrow night?
Maybe.
I'm putting you down for an 11:30.
Sure. Fine. I gotta go.
All right. Just know two people might come to you and try to kill you later.
I have a pack. I'll be fine.
please don't kill them. That's like a lot of paperwork. I'll hang up after that.
Okay.
I'll look at the back and the person's like, I'll call like Silas, like here in a minute. I don't know. He feels like he's doing something like really important, like I don't know, paperwork.
Yeah, we'd be
Yeah,
we'd be especially interested in speaking with Silas as well. There was a concerned member of the organization, shall we say, Mr. Magnus, was looking for Silas and had pointed us in your direction, but also said if we could find Silas, that would be just the cherry on top. You know what I mean?
So like this Magnus person completely ignored that I shot him in the face, right?
I don't know your history.
Cool.
Yeah,
He tried to kill me, so I shot him in the face.
I've spent some time in Tampa. We've worked with Magnus a little bit. There was another person we were looking for, but we just couldn't seem to find them. Stan. Been looking for him quite a bit. We were looking all over the city for him. Just couldn't seem to put our hands on him.
Listen, once he stopped being my client, I don't have to keep track of him.
Be interested in finding Stan as well. Magnus was quite interested in him. But now that everything's out in the open and we can be a little more transparent about our intentions, I think we can wrap up everything nicely.
So, like, do you want to kill Silas? Do you want to fuck him?
Well, Magnus is very interested in seeing him. If we can find Stan, Magnus is definitely interested in him. We'd rather not kill anyone else if we don't need to. We think once you've had time to think about it, that I think you'll come around to the right decision. So,
well, you kind of told me the only right decision is just saying yes. So what are these terms and conditions?
Yeah.
Like you really seem you want my help. What do I get out of this?
You
Other
know,
than
maybe...
a Leatherman's jacket.
We'll definitely get you that jacket. You know, you're right. I guess maybe I'm being a little too nice. But again, I really would rather have you as an ally, Dr. Shirley, than have to make things any worse than they've already been. I mean, there's already been a lot of bloodshed here in Tampa. A lot of resources were put out to find Stan. We haven't found him. So I think we'd rather just try to wrap this up as quickly and quietly as we can before we really focus on the real enemy, Sabbat.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of. You know, they'd like to start like 3 of my clientele. That's like $300 a week.
Indeed. The cost of everything just seems to go up.
I know. Do you know how hard it is to feed a fucking lioness? They eat a lot.
I can only imagine.
I say as I'm pointing to what looks to be a stuffed lioness that just gives us a little crap.
So, Dr. Shirley, we can and count on your support.
You still have not told me what I'm supporting and what benefits I get out of this. Like, am I supporting you taking over Tampa? Am I supporting you, like, getting Silas a boyfriend? You know he's married, I think, right?
I don't think our records show him as married, no.
Yeah. Honestly, half the time he's talking, I don't pay attention because he's buying me alcohol that he doesn't know he's been doing the past 3 weeks.
What I have been authorized to offer you is you would maintain your same territory here. You would be given a seat on the Primogen Council as Malkavian Primogen, with all the rights and voting rights that go along with that. Really, all you have to do is just say yes. If we could get Silas and Layla to join us as well, again, that's a bonus, but all we need you to do is just say yes, Dr. Shirley.
A position of power, not very important, but a Letterman jacket and a pay increase?
Yes.
Okay, but only if I get 2 Letterman jackets, because Garrett will also feel very jealous if he doesn't get one as well.
I'm sure that can be arranged.
Okay. I have nothing better to do. Now, do I have to cancel my clientele for the next couple of days?
I would. I have the feeling there will be some meetings in East Tampa that Prince Montenegro will want you to attend.
We're calling him a prince now?
She says nothing.
Oh. Does that mean I need to stop calling him, like, Mon behind his back now?
I would suggest that. I think that would be in poor taste.
I'm gonna pick up the walkie-talkie, like, Garrett?
I'm here, over.
Cool. Talk about this over thing. Okay, listen. I'm gonna leave you very detailed instructions on how to feed a lioness, a wolf pup, and a hawk.
Okay.
Okay, you're also kind of in charge while I'm gone. Secondly, Mommy loves you.
He's like, I've been a vampire for like 4 hours.
Yeah, but like, I don't trust those other ones. They're like NPCs. We have no speaking role. You're like the only one here that has a speaking role other than my intern.
He goes, so I can tell Kyle what to do?
Okay, you're not allowed to be mean to Kyle.
Kyle's okay. I don't mind him. I just, nobody else seems to like him very much, though.
No, see, we like him. We're just waiting for him to say the words, "I'm gay," and admit that wrestling with his best friend naked on every Friday night while watching wrestling is actually a very gay activity to do.
And you hear this pause, and he goes, "Oh yeah, he's definitely gay. Yeah,
absolutely gay."
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll wrap things up. I got a couple more questions though.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have to be in bed or whatever, my coffin by when the sun comes up. See, I don't know all these pieces, Dr. Shirley. Only been...
people don't sleep in coffins. This isn't the 1700s anymore. We sleep in beds like normal people.
Oh, okay. Do I have a bed or a...
Yes, you could have the spare. Technically, we don't sleep, so you just kind of lay there with your eyes closed and just staring at your eyes.
Do I have to like... And he's like, I know you can't see me. Do I have to like put my hands over my chest or something like that?
Once again, this is not the 18. This is not Dracula.
Oh, okay. He's like, it's only my only point of reference, that and that TV show with
I'm gone.
The family of vampires in New York. So
there is a book in my office, which I will leave on my desk for you, called "The Fledgling's Guide to Ethical Vampirism."
Marjorie hears this. Takes the walkie-talkie from you and puts it down. She says, "You've got what?"
I've got a book.
She's like, "Give me the fucking book."
Why do you want? It's just a book on how to be a proper.
Do you have any concept of what the traditions are, Dr. Shirley?
Okay, listen. I was murdered, left in an alleyway. I've just been making this up as I go.
There's gonna be a tense moment, but we're gonna fade away from that and start to wrap some things up. Anything Dr. Shirley though wants to do now that she's pissed off Marjorie?
Yeah, she just kind of sends her lioness to like save things. It feels like something bad about to happen.
Okay. Let's go back to Layla. We're just going to wrap a couple things up here.
Okay.
So, Layla, yeah, you got another strange call from Dr. Shirley.
Yes.
Somebody's looking for you and Silas. You're kind of looking to wrap things up for the evening.
Right. I think we have to go back and do something. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to go back and see Deshawn.
Yeah.
So is that kind of her plan then?
Yeah. She probably looks pissed off at this point too. So.
Okay. You know. She gets back to the superstore, the big box, and most of the packs have left. It's probably later in the evening. It's probably maybe like 2:00, 2:30 in the morning at this point. Right. A lot of them seem to have left maybe to do something else. But Deshawn is sitting like an old, like literally an old milk crate, like sitting on this floor, and he's just sitting, and he's just reading a book.
Okay.
And
I'll just walk over and wait.
He just snaps it shut, and he's like, "How's your boy doing?"
He's been better. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but he's my sire.
I didn't, but thanks for telling me that.
Yeah. He's surviving.
Yeah, I'm seeing he's getting fed and all.
He did mention he was getting fed. Yeah. What? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What did he do that caused him to be put there?
I'm just a mean person. And I don't really give a shit about him. And I can push your buttons by fucking with him. And you'll do what I tell you.
I always do what you tell me.
Yeah, but let's call it an insurance policy.
Okay. What do you need?
Your absolute loyalty.
You've already got it.
I could ask for more, I suppose, if I wanted to.
You probably can.
But you know what? I got other things to do tonight.
Okay.
So yeah, just keep that in mind. That your boy is there, and if you step out of line, he might see the sun.
Oh, that's a terrible thought.
But Layla, we got things to do in this city. We got a whole lot of things to do, and just work will keep you busy. You won't be worrying about him if you just keep yourself focused and busy. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Then I suppose I'll see you tomorrow night then.
Yep. What time would you like?
Let's say 8 p.m.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. Get some rest. You look tired.
I am tired. I have a house I've abandoned since I've been here. Can I take a few hours there so people don't think it's like, I don't know, up for sale or something?
I don't give a damn what you do on your time off.
Okay.
As long as you're here tomorrow night and ready to break some heads and...
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
Alrighty.
Tonight, I'm not sure anymore.
He's already stopped listening. So.
Yeah, so I'm walking away, and I'm gonna have one of my pack drive me to my house, I guess.
Okay.
Drop me off there.
Is the pack now going to stay with you?
If they want to, they can. I don't have a huge house, but they can.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell my car is, so yeah.
Well, you've got a driver now, so you've got
Yeah.
Martina.
Martina.
And he's like, let me see this house, man. We're gonna have one hell of a rager.
I don't think so. Quiet neighborhood. It's not very big. Just drive me there. Here's the address.
Okay. And we're gonna kind of close out from that, and then we're gonna end with Silas. Kind of give you kind of one last scene. Amelie is going to start putting things in motion. Is Silas? What does Silas want to do basically to finish the evening?
Oh, I think he would just want to be alone. Maybe he'd like go out near the pond and like just watch the maybe Gould alligators, and just like try and be by himself, away from like all the bullshit that's just flying around him lately.
None of the alligators come near him. In fact, no creature seems to be coming near him. Everything seems to be getting a vibe, shall we say, that this is not a individual in a good mood. So, and with that, then I think what we can do is we can wrap up for the evening.
Okay.
I think we got into a little bit tonight, updated some lore a little bit, brought back some characters who haven't been around for a while. There's still one who might pop up. You never know. Maybe one or two. We have two episodes left, folks. The episode 5 and episode 6 are going to cover the last night of our story, and we'll see where our characters go to. They've kind of been pushed. How far they're going to let themselves be pushed is up to them. But how's everybody feel?
We good?
Exactly. That's
okay then. All right. I know we come to play this game to relax, but that's not the way I play Vampire.
No, you need drama and Vampire.
I mean, we just learned that Dr. Shirley's been surviving for like 100 years by fucking around and finding out, and this random book that she has called The Ethical Guide to Vampirism.
And I like that because I like expanding the characters' histories, learning a little bit more about them, that kind of thing. So,
I mean, this is the last season. These bitches had 3. Shirley's had 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, why don't we do our outro? We're gonna start
Shattered
with my friend
Soulstone.
Shattered Soulstone.
Always the same. Yeah, I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast. It comes out every Saturday at shatteredsoulstone.com and probably a bunch of other apps that have podcasts on them. That's about
Awesome.
it.
Spotify, that's where I listen sometimes.
Awesome.
Whispers, what you up to?
Ignore this horrible angel of how I look tonight. I am the owner and I guess technically only DM on the Distance Complex, where we do things about the 7 Deadly Sins. Sometimes we do Call of Cthulhu whenever that comes back, and honestly, just be prepared for chaos. We never know what our schedule is going to be, and I never know if I'm going to be sick that week. So, who knows? We might have a stream on Friday. We might have one in a month. Say hi.
We'll see. All right. Aloysius, anything going on?
Not really. So I'll shout out Conspiracy Club again. Go check out my best friend Tom's. Not this Tom, another Tom.
Not this time. Yep.
Podcast Conspiracy Club with his co-host Amir, where they talk about a bunch of spooky real life mysteries and phenomenon and stuff.
Just in time for Halloween.
The adult
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
very appropriate for this time of month. So go check it out. You have no reason not to. So just go do it.
All right. Hey, I want to thank everybody who joined us tonight. Thanks for popping in. Again, please give us a like and subscribe so we can continue to keep you updated on all our games. Our next game will be in its usual next Thursday night spot, episode 5. So we look forward to seeing you then. And until then, good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Night.